Leo?
I'm the son of Vivaldi.
How's it going, mate?
I came from an illegitimate birth of Vivaldi and his mistress. In reality, that's the truth.
What are you referring to?
No, I'm joking. It's the guy there that he says, I'm not Leo Zagami. He's hilarious, man. I follow man.
Yeah.
I remember he's rolling over around the room, man. The guy, you know, my intelligence operatives are falling on the floor, man.
Your what was falling on the floor?
My intelligence operatives, the people of my own
Oh.
intelligence. It's like, you know, as you know, us Hermetis has their own foundation, their own intelligence service, their own thing. So, you know, we have our own thing going, our own family.
Right.
So it's really hilarious. I mean, but actually, good point. Yes, it's true that Piazza del Gesù is connected with Ignazio Loyola and obviously with the Jesuits. In fact, today, with you heard the interview with Phelps, eh?
Which one was that?
The one I gave now, just an hour ago with Phelps. You didn't hear it.
Okay, cool. Oh, no. I still have to download that one. It's probably...
No. It was live on the First Amendment radio.
Yeah, I know, but I never listen in live. I don't know.
No,
I
but
don't know even if I know how this works, so...
Phil, Mr. Young,
Yeah, I probably have to pay money for that as well. I don't know.
No, it's free. Just connect and it goes, you know? It's like...
All right, well...
I get it on... I don't know, I get it on iTunes, but I don't know how it works. I mean, when you have PCs... Phil, when you gonna join the Mac New World Order?
Oh, well... I might, but I have to first have money first because I run a PC rig. So anyway, how did the conversation with her go?
Very good, very good. I mean, it was good, and I'm having a good time. I'm here in Texas, just 1 hour from George W. Bush's ranch, in a very nice place, just near Dallas in Cheddar Hill.
Cheddar Hill?
Very Cheddar Hill.
A lot of cheddar cheese? Yeah, I mean, that's the only cheddar I know.
It's a very cheesy place to be, you know, because I have to be in a cheesy place. They said, Leo, you have to go in a cheesy place. No, it's a good place. No, it's a great place. I'm enjoying it's very hot though, Phil. It's so hot you can't even imagine. Texas is like, wow, man.
It's a desert, isn't it? Pretty much. I mean.
No, it's actually, there's a lot of green, like you see in the Dallas series. This great, you know, kind of. Okay. There is some forest kind. A few trees of green. No, it's more green than you can imagine actually. But it's hot, humid, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
over here.
The city is concrete, you know, very concrete. The city of Dallas is like the triumph of the concrete, you know. Really great stuff. No, I'm getting a lot of
as well. I mean, when it's warm.
But when it's warm, it's obviously. But I'm gonna go and hang out in Dallas tonight and check out the scene for you, Phil. Then I'll let you know.
All right.
Grandmaster of the Illuminati hangs out in Dallas.
Yeah, say hi to all the nice chicks you meet.
Oh, well, you know, I hope, you know, they don't get too scared, Phil, you know.
Yeah? Why?
No, I'm joking.
I mean, you're
the Grandmaster of the Illuminati.
So why should they be scared? I mean...
Oh, I know. But, you know, I have a little bit the image of Dracula. No, I'm joking. I like to play around with my European dark side, sometimes to just have a joke. But, you know, my dark humor is very much what it's all about. You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that now.
No, so I have fun.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna be good. No, very friendly people here in Texas. Very, very good. The situation regarding the work that I'm starting to do with the International Fellowship here of Jews and Christians,
cool.
which is what Monique Armstrong, Agent JJP, is part of.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
Yeah, I said all right. That sounds good.
well, we're trying to work out this center if possible and make it happen. Obviously, we have already gathered quite a large sum for the investment, but we still need maybe, to gather another couple of millions, which hopefully we can gather in the next couple of months,
Wow. This is all money.
but
This is all money provided by the state.
no, well, the state provides 6.5.
Okay.
Then we have to
Yeah,
provide the rest, It might even cost more than 8.5. Actually, it might get down to a final cost of around 10 million, so...
Wow. Impressive.
Well, we're going to try our best, bro. I mean, myself, I'm just getting a job,
Getting a job. You got to sell hamburgers.
I'm gonna sell hamburgers in the center, camouflage. No, one thing that you're laughing about it, but this is gonna be one of my best tricks, because once I have the center, then you're gonna find Leo Zagami camouflages himself in many different disguises within the center. So I'm gonna have a special room. Mm-hmm. And with wardrobe, with the changing room, also with makeup room, so I can camouflage myself and look like different people and act in different ways and test people in a different way.
Cool. Sounds interesting.
Like, for example, I can judge the criteria of how I have to judge an Illuminati from what he eats from what he orders at the dinner table.
Really? You could profile a person from that?
Yeah, and I can also test him, so it's like there is a lot of way of testing people, don't worry.
Well, that works. I mean, that's interesting.
From what to eat, what you write, how you write it, everything,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds like profiling.
Profiling. Now, well, obviously, it's going to be an awareness center, but I'm going to still test the people that I'm getting there to be genuine and honest about wanting to really work for Jesus. So I'm going to make this into definitely a great show, though, for the people who are there.
Cool. Yeah, man. It's
the Grandmaster of the Illuminati is going to have his Illuminati Academy, obviously.
Sounds great. This is all. This is all gonna be in that center.
Yeah. Absolutely, wow. Yes. Wow. Illuminati Academy is gonna be very good. It's gonna be teaching. It's gonna be some proper serious teachings at an academical level. It's not gonna be rubbish. No mambo jumbo, hocus pocus, rubbish.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
I hope I can check it out sometime in the future.
Yeah, well, I hope that we can get it, we can get the last couple of millions going and then get the whole project up and running. I think that things could develop in the positive way if God wants them to develop in that way, because it's always the will of God at the end. It's not our own will. If God wants things to go well, that's that. You see, I live my day-to-day adventure always dedicated to the Lord, always dedicated to God, always very thankful for having me here in this great show, if you want to call it show. It's a show, the show of life.
Right.
It's.
But you're talking about God as though he has some kind of personality or consciousness. But in what way do you know more about? Does God think? Does God?
What kind of questions you asking? Really, this God thing. First of all, the grand architect of the universe, God, call him however you want, is all-encompassing, all-embracing, all around us, all within us. We are ourselves manifesting God. Even yourself, Phil, And I don't say even just because I want to, I'm just taking obviously the piss, but obviously even yourself
even
are one brilliant manifestation of a God, in your own way, with your own self, So you're an original person. You have to embrace your will and manage to focus your attention on the knowledge of your true self and what you have around you without really lying to yourself about your surroundings, being realistic about really the possibilities that you have. But actually, when you embrace God, your possibilities are infinite. So at that point, you can also play megalomaniac if you want.
you can almost literally become a god. It almost sounds like.
Well, but then you see that's really when God really tests you, because when you become so, like for example, if in 1 year, 2 years, Leo Lion Zagami becomes a multimillionaire, or if becomes a poor person, it's because he's making different choices, obviously, but also because God has decided to give him this wealth. So what is Leo Zagami going to do? I'm going to give it to the poor, I'm not going to keep most of it. I'm going to give it to the poor. And then I'm going to keep, obviously, the strict necessary for my lavish living.
Yeah, it sounds noble. I mean,
for my noble lifestyle, for my aristocratic life.
Of course, yeah, you have to live, so... I don't think the world is really ready for people to just give everything to the poor, because the poor don't. The world doesn't really treat poor that well.
No. But actually, I'm gonna give most to the poor, really. I mean, then obviously I have to have the center. The poor of what? The poor also of knowledge. So I invest also in a great library that I want to have in the center. I want to invest, I'm already in contact with book collectors for very rare texts and stuff here in the United States.
Wow.
So
that's good.
I'm trying my best to pull off this situation. I mean, to try to put it together. It's not easy, but
I know.
It's coming together. But I mean, I'm very good because also I'm demonstrating to my pals back in Europe.
What do you mean?
I'm demonstrating to my brothers back in Europe that really, the American dream is still possible.
Yeah, my hat's off to you, mate. Absolutely, Leo. I have very much respect for you. I mean,
people can talk, about that, but I came to America, and I managed to at least do a few things, Some people come to America, they don't even manage to see the United States. I don't only see the United States, but I live the United States.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. And I try to embrace really the United States as my own nation, and because I believe in what the United States stands for at the core of it, really, not what their contemporary leaders are doing, because that's negative, that's satanic, that's from the realm of the devil, if we want to be a little bit religious about it. Otherwise you can say they're just evil motherfuckers, war criminals. I don't want to hear anybody saying, oh, Leo talks about the devil and God too much. Listen, guys, if you don't want the religious side, I can give you the crude side. You want to know the crude side? That you're ruled by a bunch of fucking criminals, But, if you want to make it a little bit more acceptable for you, I can talk about the devil, God, and how the profane world has been misled by the devil at this point. It's quite incredible.
Yeah, it is. And it's about time to stop this whole bullshit charade,
Yeah, absolutely. But there is good people around, Phil. You see, I mean, I met Monique Armstrong, this person, very genuine person. You have to understand. This is a genuine Christian. She imagine this. It's something that she said I can make public, so I'm gonna tell you. But she has had, since she divorced, a boyfriend, which she's gonna marry. And imagine that with this boyfriend, they don't have any sexual encounter for approximately, this has been going on for 5 years, and they are very respectful of their duties towards God and towards, you know, the rest of mankind, because Monique Armstrong used to be a minister for the church before.
I see. Wow, man, 5 years, that requires a lot of discipline.
I said for me, I couldn't stand 2 years. I mean, it's
2 years? What about 5 days?
Even 1 year. I mean, 1 year I'm already going to... Well, after 1 year, I'm sorry. I said, for me, this can't...
Well, I think 5 days will be a challenge for me. Anyway.
Well, Phil, I mean, that's why you can never be a military, because, you know, you have to learn how to be without it, to have none of it, to be a none of it.
I can do that, but if I'm tempted, you know, if I'm tempted in such a way that I actually live together with a girlfriend, I mean, I don't, it would be totally unimaginable for me to be able to do that. I mean, I couldn't find a reason for me to do so. But obviously, if it would be military, you know, it would be a lot different. But it would, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's. But why does she do that? What's the reason?
No, well, no, she does it because she has a respect for God, you know, because she's very respectful. She's a religious person. I respect that, you know. I mean, she's also the daughter of a minister, a Baptist minister, you know, and...
yeah.
I mean, in America, it's not like in Europe, bro. I mean, the majority of Europe, without maybe... with the exception probably of parts of Scandinavia, which is more influenced by some American religious cults, but they have a completely different way of approaching things, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I have a great respect for all these religions, Baptist, Calvinist, whatever. I mean, they approach the Jesus Creed sometimes in a very fundamentalistic manner, which obviously... and they might judge me myself in the wrong way because I am not the classic traditional Christian, but I have much respect for these people. I mean,
absolutely.
I
can understand that. Well, I mean,
and I was telling you, as a military, when you go abroad for months, you can't see your wife, and then you have to wait, you know, and come back to your wife. That is how it works in the military, my friend.
Well,
you know.
Well, you speak from own experience.
I speak obviously from my own experience, definitely.
You were recruited at 18 or something? Military intelligence? Naval intelligence, right?
No, Air Force.
Air Force, okay.
And then after naval.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah.
No, but I obviously the naval has better budgets, so at the end you always end up working for the naval intelligence. They have better budgets.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you have to learn how to sacrifice yourself, Phil, you know.
Yeah, I know, man. I told you I lost my virginity at 27, I think. So I know what abstinence is, and I know what total dedication is. I mean, I'm a PhD in physics. I mean, you don't get that. It's just, you know, jerking around, you know.
Yeah. Maximum respect for that. You're a true scientist, Phil. Though, as you know, I'm also a true scientist, so what can you do? Between scientists, we dialogue.
Yeah, that's great.
My science, obviously, is not your physical science, but it's my metaphysical science.
Yeah, I'll be very interested in learning about that. Oh.
So the work that is been going on is resulting very positively. I mean, we have established a very strong encampment with the Knights Templar of the Apocalypse in Colorado and Fort Collins. Thanks to the fact that we have also a great alliance with alot, which is the security company which we've been working with also. And with Barry, which is the boss there, great guy. He's the ultimate military guy, really. Great guy. And
military guy? What do you mean?
You know, like I mean, if you really had to have the epitome of a true American hero, you know, Barry fits the connotation. You know, the the right profile. It's really like
He's a double fat.
He's a hard one. Not even John Rambo, really.
Okay.
So it's pretty hardcore,
Right.
proper stuff, proper stuff. And then obviously he's great. I mean, him and his, he has embraced the Knights Templar of the Apocalypse cause. He's definitely has given his support, his logistical support, his everything. It's great to work with such professionals. Did you ever go on the Alan's website?
Yeah, I did. I fetched the email address of.
What do you feel? You like the company's website? It's nice, no?
Yeah, it looks very slick, professional.
Yeah, good.
And
Professional.
Is this sort of like the parent company of Green Lion Security?
It's let's say very much connected. Yes.
Okay.
And my Green Lion Security is a specific group and society security company within the camp, which is, it's obviously under my own control because I have my own chief of security for my operations, and so. But I work, as I said, hand in hand with my other Knights Templars of the Apocalypse and Alans, because they are giving us. Without Alans, I think Green Lion Security will have not reached the level of professionality that we have reached right from the start of this trip in America.
Okay. And do you mean that in a?
Not only thanks to them. Obviously it's a 50-50. Green Lion team with my security chief and some of the militias that have been involved also in my security work. They are great people, and also have Marines. As you know, I have people from the police. I have people even from the FBIC, whatever. I have a lot of people working with me. So I have real professionals at work, which I like to collaborate or to work with, and to see if it's possible to grow up a relationship with and be able to build up for the future. More and more people believe in the Leo Zagami cause. Whatever you might think over it there in Europe is your own rubbish, guys, because here in America people have different ideas, and they fully embrace the Leo Zagami liberation crusade of America.
Yeah, but can't you start a branch over here in Europe as well?
Absolutely, but that's what I'm going to do with the Freemasons and all the rest. I'm not going to do that independently from the order, because I can't risk to fall into any further traps.
Are you talking about Norway?
Yeah, Norway, I can't take any further risk. Now everything has to be done by the book. We are forming a lodge in, we have had already a lodge there. We are forming other lodges, possibly in other parts of Norway. We're gonna develop things in Norway in the next couple of years, hopefully. If people are up, if the Norwegians wake up, these people are bloody asleep. They're so naive. They think really that they can go on drinking beers and screwing themselves. It's just completely demand. It's called decadence, with people like John Farce jerking off in front of some Nazi propaganda. This is a pet.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think. Well, do you want to win over John Farset to your cause?
No, for God's sake. Those people in the OTO, for me, are like the most demented souls on the land. I'm sorry. Not the OTO Caliphate I'm talking. Obviously, the OTO in Switzerland is a little bit more serious kind of organization. I might be still able to even dialogue with them, but with the Caliphate OTO, they are like really the Boy Scouts of the occult, some kind of McDonald's of the occult. This is the man.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad. It's the truth, you know. But
Hmm.
I like very much people like Lomalo Duquette. I find it a shame that Lomalo Duquette has to work for William Breeze, the fucking asshole, you
Yeah.
know. Bill Heydrich, the other guy, is another asshole, you know.
Okay.
So that's how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. So do you still have
Well, but
contact with Lomalo?
well, no, not since I arrived in the US, and actually for a long time I didn't, because he said to me, I have the email somewhere. I don't know if I still have it in my email, but he said that, you know, because of William Breeze, he can't work with me any longer, you know. So
William Breeze
because
betrayed you, or that's
yeah, William Breeze is a fucker. William Breeze is a complete Vatican loyal slave who used to work with Alberto Moscato,
mm.
went to the Vatican satanic masses. He's a pervert and a Satanist, you know.
Oh boy. Um,
And he's a guy who wants to make a profit out of Aleister Crowley. Imagine that. How can you make a profit? Poor Aleister Crowley. Already the guy lived a life of hell.
it's the goal.
And really, you have to have compassion on the man. You know, I don't understand.
Compassion with the greatest icon of Satanism of his
No,
time.
but listen, I find him quite, you know, at the end of the day, he didn't really, you know, harm anybody else than himself in what he did initially. Then if other people followed him in his demented ways, that's their own problems, you know. But that's
Oh.
because he worked for a specific purpose, was to unleash a certain seal, to provoke a certain reaction, alchemically speaking, of fire, of the sheen, of this transformation that will lead to the end of times. So
Yeah.
scenario which we are living now. So I mean that already started with really with Crowley,
Yeah.
and with the revelation of the Book of the Law, and with the publication of the Book of the Law. Remember that the publication of the Book of the Law coincided regularly after each publication. The first three publications coincided with the beginning of a war.
Hmm.
Did you know that?
No, I
Huh?
didn't. Is that good?
Yeah, first with the Turkish, I don't know, then after First World Wars, so the whole, all the wars were just like completely linked with the publication of the Book of the Law, you know?
Hmm. And what does that mean? I mean, doesn't sound too good.
Obviously, well, it sounds like really, you know, it doesn't bring really much luck.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the least you can infer, yeah.
But if people want to continue with these satanic diableries, you know, they can also continue. I mean, for me, Aleister Crowley is a poor, demented soul at the end of the day. I mean, not really demented because he made his choice. That's why I respect Crowley and I don't respect his followers. Because Crowley said, I'm doing this, so you don't have to necessarily follow me. I'm just doing it because it's my intention to experiment down to the pits of hell with the most, you know, satanic of satanic, you know, and get all the curses of the world on top of me so I can be 666. Oh, he wanted to be 666. Let him be 666.
Yeah.
But for me, 666 in front of God is a poor, demented soul. You know, I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah.
What is it, you know? Eh?
It sounds like it, yeah. I agree.
Well, I mean, I find it, you know, after all, I would have preferred to meet Aleister Crowley than to meet any of his followers in the contemporary scene, because Aleister Crowley was still a guy who had real knowledge of the Illuminati. These people don't have any knowledge. They have superficial, they are just acting brainwashed by mind controllers with no mercy, who use the OTO for CIA psyop activities and just, you know, brainwash the whole lot of them. The Caliphate OTO is a typical example of how these American cults are used by the CIA, and also how some of their most senior members work from time to time with the CIA, because Milo Duquette admits himself in front of me that he had collaborated regularly with the CIA for many years.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So,
what's the reason for the CIA using the OTO?
No, to use Dromero Doghetto, people who have that kind of occultist knowledge to make evocation, convocate demons, angels, whatever, you know.
But you mentioned psyops as well.
And also psyops activity, propaganda, you know, decadent propaganda. For example, John Farcet in his home, when he plays, you know what he's listening?
No.
You know, when he does his, after his lodge meeting or whatever, you know, they get down to listen to kind of KKK music or Nazi propaganda or whatever metal satanic rubbish, you know, and yes, we are in with Satan. Ooh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh man. This is the demented attitude of the Norwegians. We are in with, yeah,
Right.
we have the satanic black metal, death metal festival. We are wicked. We are wicked, man. I'm wicked. Ooh.
We're gonna burn the church or two in the
And
meantime.
the church, they're gonna hang it up. The Christians are gonna end up like Schwarzenegger in the end of days, hanging up, you know, a wall, you know, crucified.
And this is all came from the CIA to act for these people to act in this particular kind of way.
Absolutely, it's all psyop, it's all rubbish, you know.
Right. Well, what about
Not only the CIA, but also the FBI has been, you know, infiltrating and working with. But the CIA has, you know, they have had programs of mind control for years and working on it, and sectarian activity is part of their work, you know. And it's like the same they do with Scientology, you know. Scientology is another pile of rubbish in the hands of the naval intelligence, you know.
Yeah, that L. Ron Hubbard, wasn't he naval intelligence?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Naval intelligence rubbish created by Hubbard and the naval intelligence. That's why they have a Sea Org, you know,
Sure.
and that's why they are in international shipping. They have ships all over the world, Scientology. In international waters, they can't be scrutinized. They're doing illegal activities.
Maritime law, maritime admiralty law, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you are in the Netherlands, not me. You have a naval tradition there, whatever, maritime tradition.
Yeah,
Learn your tradition, bro.
I know, but we also have a little bit of land. So.
Hey, bro, go back to the sea. That's what I say to my Dutch friends. Go back to the sea. Learn the ways of the sea again. Because sooner or later you're going to be covered with water, guys. You're living underwater in that place.
Yeah? Are you entirely joking, or is there
Well, you know, I mean, it's not like the safest place in the world to live, you know?
I know, it's below sea level over here. Way below. I know, but
Way
we
below.
have our dikes. We have our dikes, Leo. Yeah, our dike's gonna save us.
Really? You have also some nice ladies and some nice things in the Netherlands. Worth preserving.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yep.
You have one of the most beautiful DJ women called 100% Isis.
I know. You told me about
She's,
it.
she's
I
nice.
think I saw her once. I remember. And this was already. I think it was in 93 or something. It was at the local discotheque somewhere in the province I live in. And
Not bad. I tell you.
it looked very nice.
Yeah, bro. There is some things worth preserving in your country. I like very much Holland, the Netherlands.
Well, you should come around soon, mate.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be coming soon. Don't worry. Let me just organize all my revolutions, and then I'm on my way.
Cool.
For a good smoke in Amsterdam.
That's
Guys,
right.
because that's how it is, you know, as we have to promote my cannabis manifesto.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely come to Amsterdam to promote my cannabis manifesto.
Yeah. I still volunteer to be your cannabis consigliere. Anyway.
Definitely, bro. We're gonna have to start legalizing this business and making it into some serious business.
Yep. Well, Holland seems to be the right launching pad. I mean,
Absolutely, bro. I'm gonna come there and make some serious business.
Yep.
Absolutely, guys. Why not?
Good.
Why not? Why not? Huh?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sounds
to me.
good. Sounds good. So then we have a situation that is not that bad. I mean, everything is going quite well. When I come back from, when I go back to Iowa
Yeah.
in 1 week,
Excuse me.
when I go back to Iowa around the 10th, 11th of June, I'm gonna meet with the militias.
Yeah.
So it's important the meeting with the militias, and
Yeah.
I'm looking
Right.
forward to meeting them again because things are going very well with our militia program.
All right. Sounds hopeful.
Why not, bro? I mean, Leo Zagami seems to accomplish his missions. I don't know about all those jerk-offs at Conspiracy Central, but they spend their days really jerking off on useless stuff, you know.
I wouldn't bet too much money on that. It's still.
What?
Well, man, it's I don't know. Well, at least the trolls seem to give a little bit seem to give us a little bit of a break. But
Yeah, they are.
yeah,
No,
a
they
little
bring me
bit,
the
but
news. I don't know. I don't have time to follow CC, bro.
me neither.
I mean,
me
I am
neither.
really busy. You know, what can I do, guys? Can I follow Conspiracy Central? You know, I mean,
There's no
if
shame in that, Leo.
if,
Don't worry.
eh?
There's no shame in that. Because
I don't have time.
I also shifted my attention towards your forum a little bit. I don't know if you
Ah.
noticed it, but I posted
Yeah,
quite a lot
yeah.
of things. And it's
Good. No, my forum seems to start to take off. You know,
absolutely.
so my website is starting to get there. Yeah, I'm sure that in a few months. Interesting that character that says he's similar to Leo Zagami,
Yeah.
but he's not Leo Zagami. Now we have the Leo Zagami wannabes.
Well, I mean, this guy seems to be a genuine, also an
The
Italian.
genuine copy of Leo Zagami.
No, I'm not saying that.
No,
but
no, I'm
seems
joking, I'm
he seems to be
He's a-
an
he's a good-
Italian aristocrat in exile.
Yeah, he is. No, interesting guy, an interesting guy.
Yeah.
But I didn't like his statement, Leo, you shouldn't have forged the documents or faked the documents. I never faked any documents. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I vaguely remember that. I don't know.
I didn't understand that statement. But in the same thing, or in another thing, he says he gives his 100% support towards me. So I thank him for that.
Yep.
So he seems to be a good guy.
Yeah. But he's I think his uncle
At
is
least
a Jesuit, and he maintains that there are some good Jesuits as well. So I don't know about that, but that's,
He said he's some good Jesuits.
yeah.
You know, I don't know. My experience with the Jesuits is not so good, so I don't know. I can't really talk.
Well,
But also Piazza del Gesù is true. It's connected with Jesuit Freemason, with Jesuitism because of Ignazio Loyola, obviously. But that's the home of Scottish Rite Freemasonry in Italy, and it was connected to the Jesuits. But nowadays, at least my obedience doesn't have anything to do. That's why we celebrate the Piazza del Gesù only nominally as a celebration of obviously as a Piazza del Gesù Freemasonry, but nowadays we're going to celebrate our gathering in the Valdis Church in Piazza Cavour. We're not going to celebrate in the Church of Jesus of the Vatican with Ignazio Loyola's body there. Are you crazy? You know. we actually started distancing ourselves from this Jesuit business, you know. So actually, that's a great opportunity to distance ourselves and to make it much more clear for people that we have to really divide church and state, because in Italy this division has never happened, you know. It's
sounds like a first, yeah. Sounds like
but
an ethical first as well.
yeah, absolutely, bro, absolutely. It's very necessary. This is very important, you know.
No.
So in Italy especially they have to get, but everywhere in the world these Jesuits are always a threat to the whole system, you know. I mean, and plus with their Zionist allies and the whole show, you know. I mean, nowadays I have to start a great work within the Jewish community also because there is so many loyal papalists inside it. I mean,
Papalist?
you know, so many. Eh?
You mean papalists?
You know, like followers of the Pope, papally. How you want to call them?
Yeah.
Papalists.
So, but that they came to your side now?
Well, they are starting, so, you know, I am positive about it. You know, let's start with the Fellowship of Jews and Christians and see where we want to go, focusing on our common enemy, which obviously is the Vatican. And I hope that more and more people realize that America has to free themselves from the Jesuits and get rid of these fuckers and Georgetown University bullshit. And people like Thomas Michel and Fethullah Gulen and all the rubbish, because these people are really the rubbish of the planet. You know, what are they proposing? Nothing really. You know, you saw yourself what Fethullah Gulen is proposing. What is Fethullah Gulen proposing, sorry?
Oh, that's a long time I watched that, but wasn't he talking about this interreligious kind
about New World Order, New World Order. He's a New World Order, Vatican New World Order guy, you know?
He's the head of the interreligious dialogue. What's it called? He's the Vatican head of interreligious dialogue. So he's
Thomas Michel.
Yeah, he's an
Thomas Michel. Yeah. I mean, the Jesuits have full control of the interreligious dialogue and of the media in the Vatican. So basically, they have control of everything. They leave the Opus Dei, which is under their control, to be in charge of the Vatican Bank. But I mean,
and Opus Dei is under control of the Jesuits.
Yeah. Jesuits controls Opus Dei from day one. You know.
Yeah, what's his called? What's his name? This guy called Escriva de Balaguer.
Yeah.
He founded the whole Opus Dei.
Yeah. But obviously, you know, I mean, with the supervision, close supervision of the Jesuits.
Yeah. Yep. Indeed.
So I am very confident now that we are in a very good position for one reason, two reasons, three reasons. We have some reasons. We have first reason, in fact, to rejoice about Eric John Phelps. Sister Carrie. Yeah. Sister Carrie has called me. Sister Carrie is now back into doing the Tour of Hope. So Sister Carrie is back on board. Sister Carrie, very good news. She has prayed very much for me, and it was very good that we could come to realize, you know, that at the end of the day, I never worked with these Jesuits. They were accusing me of something that was untrue, Phil. So what can I do?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So,
but
then now it's good that we fix things, at least with Eric John Phelps. We did this interview now. You know, we might not agree on the on the fact that I'm, you know, what I do in Freemason or what I do in my Templar lodges or my own personal beliefs. But you know, he's I respect him as a researcher, and he respects me as a person that provides information about certain topics. Right. So I'm very much happy for that, and I hope we can collaborate in order for him to bring out also part of the manifesto that I want to bring to the Monte Carlo Lodge, which is being prepared by Sister Carrie, and also I hope in part also, as you heard on the phone call of the other day, by Eric John Phelps, because he has proposed to do so.
Yeah, sounds great. Can you send me a copy when it's done?
Oh, well, you know, we want to first have a preview of it at the Monte Carlo Lodge, you know. But obviously, yes, we might be able to mail it out. But, I mean, I want to have a preview of it with my brothers and be able to discuss this very important situation, these very important developments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good.
This agreement that will be formulated, let's say, it's like a manifesto. So
What elements
I am.
can we expect?
What you said? Just a second.
Vicious.
Well, I mean, as I said, I am trying to bring a Unitarian vision in the work I do, with all the various elements that are cooperating with me. At the moment, it's important for all these elements to understand that we obviously don't have the big funds that we might have in the next few months once things develop in our way. We might have more funds and possibilities. At the moment, we have done a lot of our work, out of our own pockets and trying to finance things thanks to some benefactors. We have had some very great people that have not even wanted to be mentioned, and some organizations and that have made possible my presence in the United States, the fact that I was able to have bodyguards, of having security always, and to do the work. But I mean, it's been definitely an effort of many people, and I'm thankful to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds like quite a fruitful stay there in the U.S.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that what I'm gonna try to do now is with probably to arrange the Tour of Hope for October, November. Now that we have finally got back into work and dialogue with Sister Carrie, with Eric John Phelps, with hopefully soon also with Greg Zismansky. I mean, I don't have really anything against Greg, Yeah. I mean, the guy has to, I mean, if he calls me a black-robed Italian stallion, he has to expect the consequences of his actions, I mean, I have to at least, say it. I mean, what does he expect? No, I mean, I have never though. I mean, I never insulted anything. I said he made his own choice. He's free to believe what he wants. I hope that he changes his mind, and that now that Sister Carrie, Harry John Phelps, other people around him are realizing that we have to unite against the enemy. We can't be divided against the enemy. That's really not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
As I said, I have in mind a Unitarian position of different elements. May that be the Orthodox, the Calvinist, the Fellowship of Jews and Christians, the Freemasons, the whatever, who are opposing the system of the Antichrist and Satan that is ruling the world today. These people, need to understand that the unity can bring us a lot of benefits if we have much more organized, resistance. We can really change things.
Yeah, sounds self-evident, Leo. Yeah, totally right.
Yeah, so I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I always regretted it. This kind of silly bickering, this silly little infighting that's going on. I mean, it's so damaging. It's so redundant. It doesn't bring anything. It doesn't bring anything except for hardship. I mean,
no, it's a waste of time to just squabble about who is right about this and that when we have to fight. And I mean, even that guy, what's his name at spirituallysmart.com? What's his name?
Thomas Richards.
Thomas Richards. What's wrong with him? No, the guy is locking himself up like a paranoid in his room. Leo Zagami is about to arrive here. What is he doing? Leo Zagami, the nuclear bomb, this, that. I mean, Thomas Richards, I have a message for you. Chill out. Have a big fat spliff. I don't know. Relax. Do something.
He doesn't do that anymore.
You know, well,
he used to do that, but not anymore, as far as I
well,
understand.
Thomas Rich, start doing it again because you're completely paranoid as it is now. I don't know. You need to chill, bro. I don't know.
Well, it can
Take
make you
a,
paranoid as well.
take a tranquilizer. Eh?
It can make you paranoid as well.
No, well, but for me, I mean, the guy's already paranoid as it is, so I don't know what he needs more, you know. I mean, I saw his latest video when he was talking about the video. You saw that video entitled "Zagami"?
I saw one a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah,
But
you know, there was one with 10 candles, Leo Zagami, 10 candles, and this and that. And then there was a video of Zagami on his own, Zagami, you know? And the guy really looked like paranoid as hell, you know. Poor guy, oh, what's wrong with him? Oh, chill out. Oh, okay, the militias are gathering. Okay, we have this and that. Okay. But what are you going to do? Just chill, you know?
Yeah.
Relax, even if the worst goes to the worst, but you can't have this kind of attitude. I feel a little bit sorry for him, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely, I have scared the shit out of him.
Really? I know it, and then...
Come on, he was like on the video, he was locking the door, looking at the door like somebody was... Somebody was about to come in his room to kill him, you know, while he was talking about Leo Zagami. Oh, man.
It's as if he expects you to come through the door at any one moment.
with a special SWAT team, you know. Hey, you. What are you talking about? You're spiritually smart. We want you down. You are evil, you are.
It sounds like a parody, you know. It sounds like Monty Python.
I'm sorry, but him and Forerunner can do an amazing duo. I know that they don't agree with each other, but him and Forerunner could do the video of the century, you know. We could call it Paranoia Legacy, you know.
Paranoia galore.
Galore, you know. Masters of Paranoia, Thomas Rich, Grandmaster, the Forerunner. So the worshipper master is Thomas Richter of this new cult of paranoids. Then the Grandmaster of all paranoid is definitely the Forerunner. You know, the Forerunner was great. You know, when I spoke with him, he's also now gone back on his original, obviously because he doesn't have any evidence. So what is he gonna? I mean, but obviously he has other evidence that I'm doing the work. But the Jesuit element in the Vatican, I don't know where he got that from.
Speculation.
That's speculation, you know, but it was funny, you know, when I phoned him back to get back in contact, to get him to, you know, and I told him what happened, you know.
Yeah.
The other day, you know, I called him up and said, Forerunner,
don't kill yourself.
Where are you? Don't throw yourself from the window. That is the Grandmaster of all paranoid. This is the Grandmaster himself, Forerunner. John the Forerunner 777. He has even a 777 Babylonian number, and he says himself he's Christian. I said, sorry, Forerunner, this sounds a little bit anti-Christian, you know. I know. But don't misunderstand it. I'm the Forerunner. You know what I know. I know what I know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I know. You do the walk. I do the walk. I'm the Forerunner. I used to walk with devil. Now I walk with God Almighty. Oh, yes!
Oh, boy. Oh, God. Yeah, they should. They should.
You have to take the comedy of it because really,
yeah.
Getting completely hilarious, you know.
Yeah, the hilarious element is clearly present. Yeah.
Then we have, you know, Leo, you know, he's threatening the Prime Minister of Norway, you know, he must be insane. Listen, guys, the Prime Minister of Norway, in my eyes, is a criminal from a West Side family of Oslo, a Knights Templar, but kind of, for me, a peasant, in my eyes. I can insult him as much as I want because he's worth nothing in front of my eyes. He's a peasant, you know. He can be. He's a Jewish peasant, you know. I'm Jewish aristocracy. He's Jewish peasantry. So I'm sorry how it works in our kind of. I have to be a little bit classist about certain things. But the fact that well, if the PST is responsible for arresting me 3 times, persecuting me, torturing me, and you want me to not condemn your Prime Minister of Norway to die killed by one of my great shots in the head? Well, I think,
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Also, because that great shot in the head will probably never hit him. He will be instead hit by sudden illumination. That's it, Stoltenberg, I've been illuminated. Yes, it's true. Since I have encountered Zagami, my life has not been the same any longer.
Well,
Maybe, Stoltenberg, you get it this time. Maybe you get it this time. If you get it, maybe I get you a cool girlfriend. Even if you're married.
well, I mean, if he gets to choose between an extra girlfriend or whatever, or a bullet in his head, I mean, choice seems.
I could get him back with his old love, Katerina Vebralovic, who wanted to,
Really?
who didn't want it to become his girlfriend. Maybe I could put a good word with Katerina. She's still a very nice lady. She's a beautiful lady for her age, Yeah, she's about 47, but beautiful lady.
Okay. Is she on the internet?
I don't know if you find Katerina Vebralovic, possibly. She's a painter, She's a great painter.
Okay.
She's a great character, one of my best disciples. So, as we were talking about all these things, people might think out there, many things. How is it going now on Conspiracy Central? What are the trolls' latest sayings?
I don't know. I don't keep up with them anymore. I mean, it's just a waste of. It's a waste.
I know there is that guy, Niche Superman. What is his problem?
Oh,
He
yeah,
calls
yeah,
himself Superman. I think
Yeah.
that guy calls himself Superman because he has such a small dick that he just has to call himself Superman. He has really an impotence problem when he goes on the net. You can really sense it. He has a sense of impotence because, you don't spend your days on the net in that way, insulting people if you don't have a serious problem with sexuality. If you want to be very Freud,
Very what?
very Freud about it, you want to analyze him psychologically,
Yeah.
in modern terms of psychology, which is itself the art of the devil. But
Really?
in modern
Really? Anyway.
Well, psychology,
Yeah.
definitely. I don't, I'm like Tom Cruise. Me and Tom Cruise get along very well on that one.
But you're
We
talking
don't
about
fight.
psychiatry now.
Psychiatry and psychology, though. I had both of them.
Yeah, but isn't psychology more
It's
neutral?
supposed to
I
be.
mean, psychiatry is basically like psychological medicine, if you can call it that. I think.
Yeah, but so they're both rubbish in my eyes. There is no psychology or psychiatry or anything, really. 300 years ago, was there this kind of science around?
No, not to the extent it is now. But
Well, you see, I'm an old school man,
all right.
I'm an old school brother. So I don't really, these modern sciences to me don't apply. They're ridiculous compared to real alchemy of God. What is it? This kind of rubbish,
Yeah.
When the people, are...
mathematics.
when-
I mean,
No, because people are possessed by demons and they say they're schizophrenic. People are have a problem, they say they are whatever, They don't have really an understanding of the science, Very superficial,
Yeah. But this is what you get when you don't take into account these kind of demon possession kind of things. I mean,
So that is what I'm asking you. Then what you have psychology is fucked up and psychiatry is fucked up.
I understand. Well, one of the tenets of psychology is to assume that there is no such thing as a spirit. Is that what
But
you're
in
saying?
fact, that's the thing. It's completely materialistic because it was born out of the realms of materialistic cocaine addicts like Freud.
Skinner, B.F. Skinner, and Pavlov, Ivan Pavlov. They all these psychologists assume that the human was basically nothing more than a extra complicated animal, devoid of any soul or spirit.
These people, my God, really, what a bunch of infidels. Sorry if I say it.
Yeah, yeah. I can understand that now more than I did when I was a hardcore scientist myself. Because when you're a scientist, you believe in evolution, and that's it. You're basically an atheist. I mean, atheism among science is pretty prevalent.
Sorry, I didn't follow what you said at the end because I was just fixing something here in the room. What you said, sorry?
I said that atheism is pretty prevalent in science. I mean.
Yeah, but that's why science is not going to get anywhere when they are atheists. Sorry, but the next step of evolution depends on their belief in God and the complete submission to the fact that if you believe in God, you can get granted this science, that is the science used by the Son of God, by Jesus himself, the alchemist of alchemy, the Grandmaster alchemist. I mean, if you want this science, guys, you can't pay for it, you can't buy it, you can't grant Nobel Peace Prizes for it that are worth this science. You understand? Even if you want to grant Nobels or whatever, it's rubbish compared to the majesty of God. This science is going to be revealed to you at the conditions which God wants. No other way.
And how do you know the conditions that God wants? How do you obtain these kind of rules or these kind of
follow the rules and regulations of my order, and I stay steady and fast and respective of the tradition.
Are these kind of rules embodied in alchemy?
Also, absolutely, and in the Knights Templar tradition of alchemy.
Rosicrucianism?
Absolutely.
All right. Sounds tempting.
Sounds tempting. Philip, you're still acting as you have a PhD in physics, but come on, bro, get your act together. I know that you're still in this profane world, but
I know.
now. But now you are
Well,
initiated.
I hope you understand that I was a little bit joking when I said that as well. I mean,
I know that you were joking,
it's a
but
typical,
you have
it's a typical remark a scientist would say. So.
Yeah, I know. It's a rigorous, but I mean, the thing is this: your science is an accepted science, okay?
Is it what?
The science I work with is not accepted because, as you know, alchemy has been divided in chemistry, chemical side of it has prevailed in the chemistry aspect, and also in the alchemical work that is done nowadays by modern alchemists to focus more on the laboratory work than in the internal alchemy. And basically for that reason, the conference in Las Vegas already is born as a failure under certain points of view. Because obviously if we talk about internal alchemy, these people don't have a clue.
Yeah, well, go explain them, go teach them.
Yeah, that's why maybe, we're going to have Nicolas Cage there waiting for me.
Oh yeah, he can do some serious PR stuff for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe I can invite him to the opening of the Awaken My Conscious Center,
Yeah, sounds great.
So then we have the Ordo Secularum symbol, Leo Zagami, Grandmaster of the Illuminati, and Nicolas Cage, the national treasure.
Yeah, the national treasure.
Guys, it's all Hollywood, by the way, Some guy actually emailed me from Hollywood,
Yeah?
Yeah, man, actually, I want to tell you about this. This is interesting, man.
All right.
I can do a bit of investigation on this because this is complete Hollywood business.
I by the way, I found out the father of Nicolas Cage. He's Carmine Coppola.
Carmine, eh? So he's the brother of Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's his uncle.
It's not his father, it's the brother, his uncle.
His father,
Yes.
it's his brother, yeah.
Uncle.
So anyway.
Does it make a difference?
Well, I mean, they're two different persons. That's the difference.
No, but does it make a difference in the sense that if it's his uncle or his father, still he got him there?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, that is a family tradition, you know, that these people treat their own craft as a family tradition.
Right.
Don't I get it right?
Yeah.
Get it?
What's that?
But it's something that you don't get, it's not convincing you. What's that?
Well, you were talking about the craft. And I know that Francis Ford Coppola was, I mean, in Eyes Wide Shut, I mean, that movie carries a huge truckload of symbolism with it. Are you talking about that?
Eyes Wide Shut, but that's not Francis Ford Coppola.
Are you sure?
It's Kubrick, Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, Stanley Kubrick, yeah, that's right. That was his last movie. Oh, yeah. I'm confused with the two, yeah. It's true.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Just a second, let me find out...
Francis Ford Coppola, he was Godfather 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Interesting trilogy.
Yeah, interesting. Yes, it's important. You know, people should study more about this kind of stuff. Now, the latest rubbish from the Vatican.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The alien bullshit.
Yeah. Are you talking about the Hollywood thing?
No. This is another thing because we're gonna go on the Hollywood thing later. I want to talk about first of all about the latest bullshit from the Vatican.
All right.
David Willey, BBC News Rome, has said the Pope's chief astronomer says that life on Mars cannot be ruled out. Writing in the Vatican newspaper, the astronomer Father Gabriel Funes said intelligent beings created by God could exist in outer space. Father Funes, director of the Vatican Observatory in Rome, is a respected scientist who collaborates with universities around the world. The search for forms of extraterrestrial life, he says, does not contradict belief in God. The official Vatican newspaper headlines this article, "Aliens are my brother." Mighty Lord, really, mighty Lord. God forgive them, God forgive.
But Leo, I understand.
As they say in the Muslim tradition, they say it very clear. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. They don't really get it, Europeans. What is this bullshit? And then it says, aliens are my brother, free from sin.
Yeah.
So, just are the multiple forms of life on Earth, so they could exist intelligent beings in outer space created by God, and some aliens could even be free from original sin. He speculates. My God, Father Funes. Father Funes. Yeah. Now listen to this bullshit. This is important. Ask about the Catholic Church condemnation for centuries ago of the Italian astronomer and physicist Galileo. Father Funes diplomatically says mistakes were made. Where mistakes are made still now by the Vatican, because there's no fucking alien bullshit. That is demons and angels, and you know very well that. So what are you talking about? This is rubbish.
I know, I understand that position, Leo, but just
it's
for
another
curiosity,
thing.
I mean, don't you believe in aliens at all? I mean,
listen, my friend, I have seen these creatures. I know what they are.
Yeah.
I work with these entities.
Yeah,
it's
I understand that. I accept that, Leo. That of course, those are called demons. But wouldn't you say?
No, also the angels. You know, but
yeah. But wouldn't you say that there would be a possibility that there would be actually alien life forms and in other places of the universe? Would that be possible?
Yes. There is demonic and there is angelic all over the universe. Okay? Get it? This is how it works.
Yeah.
So, call them however you want. I personally don't deal with demons. If you want to deal with demons, then deal with demons. If you want to call them alien brothers, what the heck is that? What kind of rubbish is that?
Okay, let me rephrase that question, Leo. What's your opinion?
Now,
about,
listen to this. Listen
about
to this.
The occurrence of humanoids in other places of the universe.
Listen to this. Here, the Vatican is organizing a conference next year to mark the 200th anniversary of the birth of the author of The Origin of Species, Charles Darwin, the biggest motherfucker of them all.
What, are they preaching evolution right now in the Vatican?
Vatican is celebrating Charles Darwin. Holy fuck, holy smokes. What the fuck is this? So, this is rubbish, my friend. Sorry, but these people are going completely satanic. I can't follow this stuff. Let's go back to the Hollywood business. It's better, because if I talk about these people, I get angry. Really, this Vatican infidels.
Can I interject a small question? I was asking you earlier. Are you open to the existence of humanoids in other places of the universe?
Sorry, I mean, listen, when you will be presented the rest of this universe and you will realize the truth, then, we can discuss this whole thing, because it's a hierarchy out there, it's like Star Wars. There is an empire, there is an emperor, and you are here in this world acting as a bunch of communists, all of you, in front of God.
Yeah,
that is the real.
Is this the only planet that has this
really, guys, really, you are not, we're not all the same on this universe. So, do you want to really see these entities? Do you really want to know what they are? I think you should pace yourself and chill out a little bit before you know the truth.
I know, I understand, Theo, but okay, let me rephrase it differently. Do you think that this is the only planet that harbors life in the universe?
No, I know that it's not the only planet, but listen, you don't know exactly how it works, and I can't now talk to you about things which is not yet, you're not ready yet for the comprehension of such things.
Okay, that's satisfactory. Yeah, it's hard to control my curiosity sometimes, Leo. It's a sign of intelligence, so.
yeah, but I mean, I have a very scientifical, there is no other humans in the universe. We are made at the image of God. Get it? We are made in the image of God. That's it. The rest of the universe is made by creatures that sincerely, well, we don't want to do anything with it, but apart from the fact they have been created before mankind, so we should just mind our own business.
Alright.
Until we are instructed otherwise. Instead of speculating, this is a UFO, that's an alien, we are just making a fool of ourselves. You get it?
Yeah,
fool.
Of course, I understand that position very well. That sounds like a very, very satisfactory explanation.
That's how it is, bro.
Alright.
Hey, that's how it is. Just a second. I want to talk to you about Hollywood. Where is Hollywood?
I was about to suggest that.
Yeah, because we talked about the Vatican, about aliens, about all kinds of things. Now let's talk about Gobalin. So what is Gobalin? Gobalin Entertainment. Apparently this guy called Eric Markham, his name is E-R-I-K, Eric Markham, M-A-R-K-H-A-M.
Eric Markham. Okay.
Yeah, this guy is a quite known guy of the Hollywood establishment.
Okay.
Has contacted me. He takes care mostly of women stars in Hollywood, though.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe he wants to propose me a date with some Hollywood star, so they can end up all in Globe magazine here, some kind of idiotic newspaper, Grandmaster Illuminati dates Hollywood star,
Okay. I have a star bio of this guy in front of me. So he's born in '68, Beverly Hills, Norwegian descent.
Yeah. Here we are, Norwegian descent, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
So that might be a little bit of a disadvantage.
No, but I love Norwegian people. Norwegian people actually love me. The ones who don't love me is their government, which is a government of fools that nobody in Norway, by the way, likes. Is a bunch of criminals.
Yeah.
Jens Stoltenberg, they are covering with chemtrails the whole of Norway.
Yeah.
You know, I just received another email from my dear friend and journalist Hans. I'm just going to read it to you. Have you received it? No,
No, you haven't forwarded.
No, I haven't forwarded, in fact.
At least not the newest,
Okay.
I think.
This is the newest. Okay, that's what I tell you what he's been saying to me. Just a second. Okay. So, Leo, I assume you have arrived down in Texas now since... okay, I have now launched part 2 of my fight against chemtrails here in Norway, which means the fight against the stupid and treacherous government of Norway, obviously. I did not receive any response at my request to them to stop the chemtrail discharges, the fax I sent you, although many of us noted that the chemtrailing actually stopped for about 4 days in different parts of the country before they continued. So yesterday I sent part 2 of my mafia-style ultimatum. Now finally people are starting to get in Norway, the Leo Zagami style.
Yeah.
The Leo Zagami style is finally becoming part of the Norwegian style, you know. Finally they get the mafiosi, you know. Maybe they get the Corleone approach, you know. The ultimate Don Leo approach, you know. Threaten your prime minister, tell him put a fucking gun in his head, you know. Maybe you get... So yesterday I sent part 2 of my mafia-style ultimatum, put up or face the consequences, asking them whether the chemtrailing had stopped after 1st of June or not. In fact, it was not. I saw it at the sky today on the 1st of June. So now I'm preparing the case to be handed over to the Norwegian police. 4 government ministries should be put under investigation for chemtrails crime acceptance.
Yep.
So the following people: Jens Stoltenberg, our famous Prime Minister of Norway, who definitely needs to be condemned for something. So, you know, he has to be condemned.
Yeah. Yeah. He has to be crucified.
Yes.
I mean, figuratively speaking, right?
Yeah, let's crucify stuff.
No. I hope I shouldn't be worried about the PSD coming to my door.
You should be worried, bro. Maybe you get even John Farcet in leather pants, you know, coming, yeah, his famous black leather pants, you know. John Farcet is the nude in the world.
Norwegian sorrow.
Norwegian sorrow. Jonas Gahr Støre, Foreign Affairs. He's apparently another motherfucker. And then there is Erik Solheim, which is really a motherfucker. I tell you, I was in a conference with me and my wife or ex-wife, however you want to call her, Fatma Suslu, and she made a great attack against Erik Solheim at the United Nations Developing Program conference in Oslo. And this guy is a complete idiot, Erik Solheim. And the woman who is defense minister also is another fucker of the situation. The crimes that will be registered for are, this is the words of Hans again, obviously the fucker was all mine, because I'm, you know, a bit gangster style. Yo, bro! You know, I'm getting into the American vibe, sorry guys. I mean, I hear some of this R&B hip-hop style, you know, it's like, bitch, yo, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, bitch, nigga, bitch.
It's horrible. I mean, it's total
So maybe joeblow can sample me again and make an R&B version now. Nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch. Yo, hey, Leo Zagami's on the hood, ha. Okay.
Oh man, that's horrible, yeah. That's crazy. It's talking about degeneration of culture, I mean, oh, that's just so...
I know, nigga.
Yeah.
So this and obviously I'm not, you know, I'm not racist in any case. You know, I fight people that have started all this. Like for example, Madame Elena Petrovna Blavatsky, the biggest fucking idiot. You know, I know she was a female, this and that, but I mean, she was working with genies, writing idiotic books on the race and secret doctrine for the superiority of the Aryan race. Pile of rubbish. Okay.
Yeah.
So the
So she
crimes
was
they will be
deceived.
she was definitely she was deceived. Wasn't an ascended master like Saint Germain. She was an idiot.
Uh-huh.
The crimes, there's some people who really nearly get it, nearly,
Yeah.
but not quite. They make more damage than all the rest put together. The crimes they will be registered for are serious environment crimes, including bioterrorism. So basically, Hans Gardner is filing a very serious, complaint, well, not complaint, a case over to the Norwegian police about the chemtrails. It seems like the chemtrails situation in Norway is getting out of hand.
Legal imperative almost, sounds like.
Well, I stand by brother Hans Gardner in this difficult moment, and like he said, with his mafia-style ultimatum, put up or face the consequences, Norway. Joeblow. Joeblow, you that are in Scandinavia. Joeblow really, Joeblow is completely a creation of the Satanist. Joeblow is the ultimate Satanist.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Why? Well, he came out exactly the moment of time in that way, and obviously he hasn't made much more stunts after his first, initial appearance, which obviously it was a way for certain Satanists in Sweden to maybe affect me, because that's where they have one of their biggest bases, in Sweden, home of the biggest Satanist in Europe.
Yeah.
Like Eric Bogdan, Carl Abramson, Thomas Carson, and many other Satanists and motherfuckers that live in that country of twisted perverts, where they play the Russian roulette with 50 people and a number of people with AIDS and playing the life. It's crazy, man. Have you read that?
No.
In my article on the Illuminati of Scandinavia, on the Swedish right of the Freemason and what they do.
It's an article that's 2 years old or so.
Yeah, it's good though.
I might have read it back then.
Bro. But you have to always keep, my articles as very important, bro.
Yeah. I already downloaded. Probably, I think it was 90 articles or something. And I think
So apparently, ask Hans Gardner. Hans.
Yeah.
We're gonna call him Brother Hans from Norway.
Brother Hans.
The one and only.
It's a Dutch
He
name
has
as well.
Yeah, Brother Hans
In fact,
has a
my
website.
father was called Hans.
I'm gonna forward you the website.
Mm-hmm.
He works. He's the director of an institute for Helserforskning.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, bro. I really don't know.
You don't know Norwegian?
I couldn't care less about Norwegian. You see, they treat me like shit. I should learn the language. Forget it, bro. These people never treated me the proper way. If you want me to learn your language, you have to treat me like a prince. Then maybe I'll learn your language.
Well, yeah. Fair argument. I was just curious anyway, so...
They treated me like dirt in Norway. They treated me like the shit of shit. The scum of scum,
Why did you go there
They
in the first place anyway? Why did you go there in the first place?
To investigate these evil Satanists that burn down the churches.
Yeah, okay.
I'm never going to forgive that.
But then you know that the whole place stinks basically, and still you decide to live there.
That was already enough for investigating the whole nation. They're Satanists.
Right.
Okay, until proven contrary, they haven't really proven themselves. I know there is a lot of good Norwegian people. Norwegian people, I give you an ultimatum. React now or face the consequences. Wake up. Pick up your weapons and fight against a government of Satanists, corrupt individuals, perverts, twisted people, including your royal family, who is completely manipulated in the hands of the devil himself. Hallelujah. Okay.
Did you say hallelujah?
Well, just so we close down.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Why not? I just wanted to be a little bit of a kind of a preacher.
More dramatic.
More dramatic, guys. Well, more dramatic. I send you the website of Brother Hans.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, this game...
Let's go and see what I don't know this website. Let's go and check the website of Brother Hans.
Has a forskning.
Elseforskning.
Yeah, it's probably health related in some way.
Yeah, science at the border of the order. Ah.
Okay.
Institute for Content Institute. Theoretici.
Science at the border of order. Yeah. Do you have an English?
Well, Hans is Hans is my disciple, so in any case, whatever he's doing must be good.
Yeah, of course.
He's a very loyal disciple, so what can I do? Nothing. He's a loyal disciple.
Nothing is.
He's a good disciple. He's a good guy, you know. He's trying to oppose all these people. I mean, in Norway, you see how difficult it is to oppose the establishment.
Yeah, I know.
They accuse you of being crazy. They accuse you of being this. Norway is really the worst place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Well, no, it's not the worst place. I love Norway for many other reasons, but I mean, the Norwegians know themselves that these people can't go on abusing their nation in this way. Wake up, Norway, really, wake up before it's too late. Yeah. Please stop being these naive Norwegian idiots, Wake up, and the rest of Scandinavia also should wake up, because they have too much of an easy life, and that's why they get demented and brainwashed by the media and by everything else.
Yeah, I know.
Completely demented.
Get lethargic and complacent. But this
absolutely. What do you want to do in Norway? It's so fucking cold. It's so fucking, difficult to live in there in the winter,
Yeah, I know. Sweden, I think that Sweden has the highest suicide rate in all of Europe.
Yeah, you can only kill yourself when you are in such a situation. There's no real beliefs, Yeah. They believe in your own self. They make you believe in the false institution like psychiatrists. That's rubbish, I mean, really, see what they have done with me, arrested me, put in a mental institution. I mean, come on, man, these people are insane.
Yeah, I know, I agree. That's,
completely insane,
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, bro, we had a very good talk today.
Indeed,
I don't know how many...
Indeed, we did, Leo.
From Dallas, Texas. Guys.
You still know that tune by heart?
I know it by heart because J.R. Ewing, definitely one of the best evil motherfuckers of the world. Great stuff, guys, One of the people I dig most in my soap opera, him, Swell, and Bobby Ewing. What a family, Dallas really made my day, So I'm tempted to open the J.R. Ewing Lodge in Dallas. Really, I'm tempted. I have a temptation. I think I'm gonna start this lodge proposal tonight. The J.R. Lodge.
Yeah. It sounds like fun. Did you get the 20 gallon head yet?
Not yet. I'm going to Dallas tonight. Probably I'm gonna get it.
Right. I thought you were in Dallas already.
No, but I'm gonna go into the center of the city. Now I'm chilling out, bro. I'm gonna go with this hot in the center of the... Dallas is like really hot, concrete place. I told you, bro.
I know.
It's really hot, I'm chilling out here in Cheddar Hill.
Right.
Is it called Cheddar Hill? Cheddar Field.
I'll
tell you how it's...
Cheddar Field.
No, this is it. How is it called? It's called this place, it's basically 15 minutes from Dallas.
Uh-huh.
Cheddar Hill. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheddar Hill, like cheddar cheese. It's a cheesy place,
Yeah, I know.
For the one only ambassador of the International Order of Illuminati.
Yeah.
So, guys, Ordo Illumitorium Universalis is doing a great job in the US. I'm very happy. The Masonic Executive Committee is very happy.
All right.
We are very happy.
Good. Sounds great. Sounds great.
So we can, God has been good with us,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna get back that dignity for the United States. The United States has to really regain back their dignity
Yeah.
and become again a great nation for the rest of the world, because everybody can have the American dream.
Yeah. Well, amen to that, brother.
Yeah, that's it.
Amen to
And
that.
there is still hope until we have an American dream. Otherwise, guys, what is the world without an American dream?
Yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, a lot of eyes are fixed on America right now.
Yeah.
So.
So Leo Zagami rocks the American boat. And on the 22nd of September, my first victim. Who is my first victim, Phil, of my psyop super operation?
Jens Stoltenberg?
No, what is this? I'm talking about the 22nd of September. I'm back in the US by then.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Pat Roberts.
Pat Robertson. Yeah. It was on the...
Man, you're losing dates, man. You don't follow the Leo Saga in the appropriate way, bro.
I was about to say that. And I'm being honest. You were just a tenth
you have
of a
to be
second.
good, because you have to be, you and Troy are in competition, Who is the best scribe? You have to get it good, otherwise,
Well, I wasn't but you're always a little, but you were a little bit quicker. And I was to say, I was about to say that. I promise. Pat Robertson.
Pat Robertson, I know.
Oh, okay.
Joke. But you and Troy are the official scribes.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you have been nominated by imperial court order.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's no problem, Leo. It's always good to talk to you. So.
No, it's great. So you have enough for today. You want to know something particular, a last minute thing, something that is kind of in the back of your head and you couldn't say?
Let me think.
Think about it, Phil. Just a second.
Yeah.
Maybe I should invite Agent JJP. You want to say hello to Agent JJP? Maybe I should. Well, no. Let's save Agent JJP for another episode.
Yeah, that would be great. It's 2 o'clock over here in the morning.
Oh, bro, it's 2 o'clock. Go to sleep. What are you doing up this late?
Yeah, well, I mean, you called me.
Talking with me. That's it.
Yeah, we've been talking about an hour and a half already, so.
Time goes by very quickly. For me, it's only 7 in the afternoon here. I've had a great time. Still the sun is shining. Going down, getting a little bit more chill soon. We start to breathe because it's so hot here, guys. Texas is so hot, really, But I start feeling like a true Lone Ranger.
Do you have a decent air conditioning there?
What's that?
Do you have a decent air conditioning there?
Yeah, I have a nice big ventilator thing on top of me now, going around.
All right. Sounds good enough.
Then I have a nice image that says, Jesus loves me.
Okay, that's a nice...
Then on the other side, I have another image that says, he who has the Son has life. John 5:12.
Okay.
Not too bad, that is proper Illuminati stuff, huh?
Yeah. It's a thinker.
Yeah. So I'm ready to salute you from Texas, from Dallas, the home of the home of the home, of near the home of the Antichrist, George W. Bush, but not quite. Just a few kilometers away from his ranch.
If George W. Bush is the Antichrist, then we don't have to fear very much. I mean,
but that's why. You think you have to fear the Antichrist? The Antichrist is an idiot, in front of...
No argument there, if that's true.
Some people really overestimate the Antichrist. I mean, guys, get a grip. If you think that in the end of time the Antichrist is going to have such a, such a big, he's an idiot, But obviously, the majority of idiots follows an idiot because they're sheep.
Yeah, so true.
So let's try instead to become intelligent. Everybody has to become intelligent. So follow the Phil revelations every week.
Intelligent.
Also,
That's gonna be quite a challenge for a lot of people, Leo.
they're always discussing something, Leo this, Leo that. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm sorry to say, it's good to be me, like Austin Powers says, and still I'm rocking the boat. So what can I do?
Oh yeah, Leo. There's a question. Did you read that review I did on conspiracy theory, that movie I sent you?
I didn't really have time to go through it, but what was the point of it? I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. Well, conspiracy theory is
It's a film, no?
it's a film.
With I think
And
I saw it.
the thing is that conspiracy theories is being portrayed as basically a nutcase, a Fruit Loop,
Yeah,
paranoid,
yeah,
delusional, and slightly disturbed. So
yeah,
this is the way that the character of the conspiracy theories is being displayed to
yeah,
the viewer. So the viewer uh, gets a very caricature-like perception of the conspiracy theorist. So, and well, I mean, it's not a very positive kind of impression you get from people who criticize their government and criticize their society. So these people get frowned on by
mm,
the public. I mean, do you
mm.
understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seems like a psyop,
No, but it's obvious, it's very easy to make a person that has some maybe true intuitions to
Mhm.
become paranoid. So people that get into the conspiracy movement, if they actually get close to the truth,
Yeah.
they're gonna become naturally more paranoid, and that's why the enemy can take advantage of them very easily. Because
Mhm.
when you become paranoid in that way,
Yeah.
you are led to do a lot of mistakes, and
Yeah.
that's why I think I saw the film, and I remember him becoming like a victim of his own conspiracy thing, in a way. But that is because they want to demonstrate, that the government has great superiority and total control, and that conspiracy theories are all Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
That's complete and utter nonsense. I would like to say to all the conspiracy theories out there, you are on the right track, but follow Leo Lion Zagami, and then you're going to get on the correct track. And that means that your enemy is not going to be anymore so powerful as it used to be, and you're going to be more self-confident, and then you're going to be able to kick ass, just like Leo Lion Zagami.
Yeah, exactly. And there's
So,
also another element in the movie that is the element that the corrupt, no, the bad guy in the movie is just one individual or a limited number of individuals operating within the government or an offshoot of the government. It's never really the entire government itself or any governmental agency or organization that is to blame for the bad things in the movie. It's always very kind of limited renegade faction. And
yeah, they like to play themselves like that.
yeah, that's how these guys
Well,
operate. I mean, that seems to be like
they
a
like
standard
to
cycle.
play angels, they like to be portrayed as the just. They like to be always blaming a couple of idiots so they can
Bad
get the
apples.
blame for everybody else, and
Yeah.
they can get away with murder. And, that's how it is. It's always been like this,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, until we're not going to have some proper ethical and moral authority on top of these kind of institutions, we were never going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so next few
Agreed.
years are going to be of great importance for the changing of such institutions into a more positive direction. And I tell you, there is already Marines all over the US have been contacting me to my website. It's been very interesting. The last few days I've received emails.
Okay.
There is a lot of military that, the morale is very down in the US military, but
Yeah.
I'm giving hope back to those factions of the military who want to regain consciousness in their own US identity and
Uh-huh.
finally front the real enemy, so they can come back home from Iraq and feel like now we have a proper mission to do, and it's to free America
Right.
out of this dictatorship of evil that has ruined the country
Yep.
and led it astray as it is now.
Yeah. Exactly. Excellent. Excellent, Leo. Yeah, I hope...
Thank you, bro. Speak soon. All the best.
Alright, bro. Hang in there.
You know, where are you? In Holland? Okay, God save the
I'm
Queen.
in Leeuwarden of all places, you know.
Yeah,
Friesland.
God save the Queen.
You
Is
know
the
the
Queen...
Frisian cow?
Fries...
The Frisian cow. It's the black and
What is
white
the
cow.
yeah?
Anyway.
The traditional black and white cow you have, and then you have...
Yeah. I live in that
You have...
province.
So you have those nice windmills that go around.
Yeah, we have a few of them still, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
Yeah, it's charming, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you have those nice blonde Dutch ladies running around with those beautiful flowers in their hands. Such an image I have. A bit romantic image I have of Holland. What can I do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of blonde chicks over here.
Very beautiful ones. What can you do?
Yeah, no, I know. We seem to have well, I don't want to brag. Anyway, I'll save bragging for the next time.
Good, bro. No problem. I'm
All
gonna
right.
listen to some of that bragging. That's cool. Take care, bro. All the best.
Take care, brother.
Ciao, fraternally, to everybody. Ask one, be one, join your local lodge, become a Freemason as soon as possible, get initiated and then infiltrate it and hijack it in the name of Leo Lion Zagami.
Oh, amen to that.
How's that, bro? It's a good plan, eh? Yesterday, you know, is that, eh?
Yeah, it
I
sounds like a
started
plan.
to get, you know, quite numerous calls from a lot of people who are joining Freemasonry, and they're all going in with finally with the intentions of wanting to change things from within. And that's great news, brothers.
Yeah,
That's great
indeed.
news. All the best, all the best. Speak to you
Alright.
soon.
All the best, Leo.
Ciao, bro.
Ciao.